Hi guys, my name is Adarsh and today I'd like to do a unboxing of a new model from RcBazaar. This is called the Stealth. This is a glider, a 1.5 meter wingspan glider, very nice and very apt size for a beginner and for a advanced flyer to have fun. Okay, so let's get on with the unboxing of the new model called the Stealth from RcBazaar. The box is rigid and nice. It's not a very flimsy box. It's a nice box even for transportation. It's so that it doesn't get damaged while transporting. This seems to be a quite sturdy box. Okay. Here we have a model which is very unique. I should say this. I've never seen this kind of a color. Here you could see. Well, basically here we have a totally well packed model here. This is, as I said, it's a glider which is made out of EPO foam, and hence it can sustain some amount of the beginner damages or abuses, you can say. Okay, here, if you can see here, it is as I said, it's a well packed model inside. The wings and the fuselage and the tailplane is neatly taped inside, so you can see nothing shakes. So this is, I guess this is basically made for transportation purpose. So let's go ahead and start unboxing. The models are very nicely stuck with tapes. Okay, now we have the whole thing, the tapes removed from the box. Here we have both the set of wings. You have the tail planes. And you have the fuselage here, accessories, and the spar. Let's get rid of this box. Okay, as you see, this is the new Stealth model from RcBazaar. It is a 1.5 meter glider and a 930 mm, almost a meter in length. This is, as I said, this is made of EPO foam. So let's go ahead and unpack the fuselage. It's so well packed that it's difficult to remove. Very neat finish. A black color. I mean, stands to its name, Stealth. EPO foam model, and it is got similar to your Sky Surfer model, what you used to fly earlier, the white color model. Yeah, the only thing is this is in black, a different shade altogether and total different look. This comes with 30 amps Avionic ESC and 4 9-gram servos, Avionic servos again. These are the normal standard analog servos, nothing fancy, nothing jazzy, but simply keeps working. All the servos are already installed, as you can see, and the ESC installed. The bullet connector is already soldered for you for the motor. The motor is a 2823 2140 kV motor, already installed for you, so you don't have to do any kind of building as such, except for the tail plane. Now let's come to the tailplane feature. Yeah, by the way, the canopy is put by a magnet, so it's a pretty strong magnet. It doesn't fly off in the air, but just to be safer, just have a look out for these magnets if they're fallen off or if they're loose. If you keep monitoring these, I don't think you'll ever have an issue. Okay, now here's the tailplane. As you can see, the vertical fin with the rudder, nicely hinged in foam again, and here's the horizontal stab. Nicely, everything is nicely packed in polythene bags. Oops, sorry. So this is your traditional T-tail. If you want to go to the T-tail for the Stealth, for the new model. This model, the advantage of this model is it also comes in a V-tail. So you have both the options. So you can either go for the T-tail like this, or you can, let me remove the T-tail and show you. So basically here you have two tails for the Stealth model, and I mean it's personal preference. I mean I've flown both of these and I like both, but both flies equally well, and it's personal choice whether you want a V-tail or a T-tail. So as I said, there's a different look and not many gliders, I'm sure you would have seen a T-tail. So I personally like the T-tail, V-tail. It's up to you, but both flies equally good. There's absolutely no problem. So you get both the tails, and you could go in whatever. But once it is stuck on the model, then it's difficult to remove. I don't advise you to remove this and keep swapping the tails. So go with one, and you will really enjoy it. As we said, okay, let's do a T-tail. So this is how your Stealth will look in a T-tail. It's a very nice slots. Its slots have been designed for the elevators to go in so that you can epoxy it, or you can even use normal cyno. You don't even need a foam safe cyno for these models. You can use a normal cyno and you're still good with it. So you have a very nice slots already made, so you can't go wrong making this model. So there's a slot, so it just goes in there or it doesn't go in, so you know exactly. You don't have to worry, is it straight, is it the right way. So as you see, it's just a snug fit. It goes in, put a few drops of cyno and it's done. I would advise you to use a thick cyno than a thin cyno, because you at least have 2 seconds of time to if you don't get it right in the beginning. So use a little thick cyno than the thin cyno. Same thing with this. You can add a few drops here and on the rudder or whatever you're sticking, and just insert it. Just hold it down for a few seconds until the cyno dries, and please do not use the cyno accelerator on these models. It makes the cyno brittle. So just hold it for a few seconds and you're good to go. And so basically your model is the fuselage is ready with cyno. I think you just take less than 5 minutes to get the fuselage ready. And let's next remove the wings. As I said earlier, this is a 1.5 meter wingspan glider. Beautiful size, perfect size for a beginner or an advanced flyer to have fun with. This is your wings. It's got a nice locking mechanism where inside the fuselage, you don't see it after you put it, but this is how it locks in. It goes here and snugly fits in the exact place where, sorry, let's remove these servo wires, then you can know how good a fit it is. So as you go inside, after you put it inside with the spar, so this is how it snugly fits in, and there's a lock. This is how. So let's assemble one and let's get it ready. So this is your spar. This is a carbon fiber spar, a solid spar. It's not a tube. It's a spar, solid hard carbon fiber rod, not a tube. You insert it, and before that, by the way, you may have some gum left out from the tape which is stuck on the box. So I would advise you take a cloth and alcohol and just clean the spar before you put it inside, or if you have some glue, maybe you'll have some problem pushing it inside, or it may get stuck inside. So just use some alcohol to clean it up. Mine went in very nicely, snug fit again. There's absolutely no shake. There's absolutely nothing. There's beautiful fit. This is my right wing. If you see the wires are nicely, you got a groove for the servo wires which is coming out of this end, so you don't get the wires out. While you're doing this, guys, I would recommend you to put a small transparent kind of cellophane tape on these wires. So just in case later you don't want, let's say you have a hard landing, you went on a tree or a bush or something, you don't want the bush or thorns to peel out the insulation on the wires. So just put a thin tape, and this is where your two more servos are. One for your rudder, one for your elevator, and one servo each for ailerons. And basically your servo horns are inside. So basically the servo horns are already pre-centered for you, so you don't have to really worry of removing the screw, which is a little difficult to access. But the centering part is already done for you. All you need to just power up your the servo lead with your receiver or your servo tester if you have one, and the servo is already centered for you. So this is how your and yeah, the ailerons are quite big and huge. So I mean, I've done a lot of flying with the Sky Surfer. I've never flown the Stealth, but I'm sure it should fly the same. But the Sky Surfer is quite, I mean, you can do a lot of aerobatics with this airplane. I enjoy it. The ailerons are nice, big ones. It's not small ailerons, and nicely hinged, pre-hinged with the foam itself. And you also have a very nice slots for your control horns. That's very important. So your control horns comes in your accessory packs, all the accessories. I'll remove and show it to you later. But this is how your the control horns already slots are made. Let's go and assemble one. So basically you put one, let's get the canopy out, take this wire, push it inside the fuselage. So this goes in, nice snug fit. There's absolutely no play at all, not a little bit of play, which is good. Nice and firm. You take the other half of the wing and slide it through your. Now remember guys, I was telling you about the lock feature in the wing. Now that's what I told you, don't see it because that happens in the middle. So similar as your right wing, put the servo wire inside, so you get it into your fuselage. Now you see, your model is almost, the airframe is kind of ready except for your control horns and your receiver programming.